Since I've been on, I feel my adrenaline gone. It take me back to them corners I solicited on. You know the ratio, when you from the hood, the only place we know. Only 3 out of 10 of us gon' make it though. No President Trump shit, elegant thug shit. Yeah, left on parole, getting heroin plugged in. Round 15.
Complex News, Pierce Simpson here with Buffalo's own, Griselda's own, Benny the Butcher. Benny, how you feeling, man?
Feeling good today, man. You know what I'm saying?
You in a good space right now, my brother.
That's a fact, man. I'm in a good mood. I got nothing to complain about.
Yeah, you always exude this type of confidence, but this seems different. We're on the eve of Burden of Proof, your second studio album. Benny, to my calculations, you've had over about 38 projects since 2004, right? Heading into Burden of Proof, what's your mindset as you enter this stage of your career?
Man, it's just, I'm not gonna lie, I'm realizing who I am and what I mean to this shit. Like you said, 38 projects and still to be in good standards with the people where they want more music from me. Right. You know, that say a lot. And you know what I mean? Even though a lot of them, majority of them been underground or local projects, that was like high school for me. And this is like the pros. I'm just happy to be here and I know I delivered. Me and the team, we delivered.
This particular album was supposed to be only produced by Hit Boy, but things shifted a little bit. But obviously you two got a lot of tracks on there. How'd you two link up initially?
Hit Boy reached out to me on the gram. You know what I'm saying? He probably was hearing my name or something. See, I just did the rock deal. And he reached out to me like, yo, next time you out here, we should cook. And I'm like, I'll fly out there just to cook. Like, not next time. I flew out there, we cooked. The first song we did, it was crazy. It was crazy. And he was like, yo, we should do it again. We did it again. Next thing you know, we had a whole album on our hands and he produced the whole album.
Some of those writing sessions you said even brought you to tears at some point. What moments took you there? Like what, because you obviously you've had a lot of records, you spent a lot of time in the studio, but what about these particular sessions were different?
Particularly the song, Thank God I Made It. Writing that song, I'm talking about my brother a lot. You know, the song called Thank God I Made It. And I come from the bottom, the real bottom that everybody else came from. And to make it from that, that just made me emotional right there and at that point, you know what I'm saying?
I can imagine. What's your writing process like? Because your bars are very, very visual. I was telling people they're like almost like mini movies in a way. What's your writing process like?
I'm trying to grab, if people listen to my music, they can hear, I'm trying to grab some inspiration from real life. All my music is like real life inspired. So I might watch a movie or I might eat at a restaurant or I might have a conversation with one of the homies and something out of that is gonna spark a first bar and then we're taking off from there.
Right, so is it like voice memos? Is it just notes on the phone? Is it all just when you're in the studio, it just comes to your mind? What's that like?
All in the studio, because I do this so much that, of course, I'm a writer, so of course some things come to me in the shower, some things come to me here and there, but I don't put my best foot forward with it until I'm in the studio, because I'm always running around doing shit, so I wait till I get in the studio, and I lock in and I just go full-fledged.
Some of that survivor's remorse that you touched on, you've had a lot of loss in your life. Your brother Machine Gun Black was killed. You also lost DJ Shay
Right.
COVID. How are you personally taking those losses and how are you holding up mentally? What are the things you do to kind of keep your peace?
Man, to be honest with you, sometimes I don't even know how I'm holding up. You know what I mean? Because these people who was with me every day of my life until they pass. So it's like, man, I don't even know how I'm holding up or I don't even know how things gonna go without Shay. You know what I'm saying? But I know we gotta figure it out and he played a big part of it. You know what I'm saying? I know when I lost my brother coming back out in the streets, I lost him when I was in prison. So coming back home and not having him, you know, I felt naked. I felt like I didn't have my shield. And that's how I feel with DJ Shay. I feel like I don't got my mentor around. I feel like I don't got no, you know what I mean? I don't feel like, you know what I mean? But, you know, both of those dudes instilled something in me and they not here with me, but what they taught me and the things I learned from them still here with me. So it's just about, you know what I mean?
Do you feel like it's helping your music in some ways, or is that something you haven't really gotten to that point yet where you can even know if it's helping your music?
Yeah, I don't know if it's helping my music. I'm pretty sure it's content, but I'd rather not have that content. You know what I mean? I'm not to lie, I'd rather not have that.
Yeah, that's the tough part when I was doing the research and I was just diving deep into your career, into your trajectory. You're very loyal, you're very much on family and staying close. And I'm sure when you're right here on this verge of stardom, about to really just ascend to even another level, to lose a person like that had to be tough to kind of just like go through it.
Yeah,
feel like you should be here at this moment.
It's unbelievable, you know what I'm saying? Like I was just saying, like we escaped the streets, we escaped so many things to make it here and to lose somebody who played a big role in a way like that, you know what I'm saying? It's devastating, but as a team, we sticking together, we get through it together.
Life is all about full circle moments, right? And I think you have a lot of full circle moments in your life, particularly when you're off, we'll just call it school, you off at school and you with Emory Jones. Fast forward now, you two are some of the most influential members in the game.
Right.
How is that when you sit back and kind of look at that? Is it kind of surreal for you?
Man, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, right?
I'm like, yo, how do these things happen? But, you know, up there got his plan and everything gonna be his will, but I just feel like I'm in the right company. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I'm in the right company, right place at the right time, and I take advantage of guys like Emory. I tap in with him all the time because he's a great mind. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to have OGs like that in my corner.
Well, some of the game that you're reaching out to them for, is it used like business side? Is it the rap side? Just life in general when you're reaching out to them?
And just life in general. Life in general for the most part, because when you're around dudes like that, they know everything. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he became like a big influential person, a curator, but he's still Emory Jones, you know what I'm saying? So the things he could tell me about family could be more important than what he told me about business. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Burden of Proof starts out, I mean, a 5-track just start of an album, you got some heavy hitters on there.
Right.
You also spitting shit yourself. You
Right,
know what I'm saying?
right.
A record that stands out to me is Sly Green. Another record that stands out to me is your track with Freddie Gibbs. You got a bar about the Clippers that I encourage everyone to go check out because that shit was crazy. But whenever you were reaching out to like the Rick Ross or the Freddie Gibbs, was it more so a mutual respect where they wanted to work with you too just as much as you wanted to work with them?
Yeah, definitely. Like I'm on Rick Ross album. I think if he's using a track, but he reached out.
Really?
I got on that joint, so it's like we traded joints. Who else? Dom Kennedy. He's always in the studio when I'm over there. We done linked. You know what I mean? We gonna do more. Big Sean, he's always in the studio. Freddie, it's like these things that we talked about. There's nothing like, yo, I'm right here, let's do this. It's like, yo, you should get on this. Like Dom, he just gave me that hook. Like, yo, I know some dope that'll go in there. He went in there, spit the hook, and I was feeling it. So we all in there creating together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and obviously they notice your talent, so they got a respect for you, so they want to reach out. You had a bar on there where you mentioned not necessarily working with Hov, but being in his house and seeing art on the wall, and that's something that really, really stood out to me. How has you two's relationship evolved since you first met?
He definitely a mentor. He's definitely a person who I look to get advice. I'm just, I don't know, man. It's just crazy just from seeing him listen to the music all these years and then just having his number in my phone and he just hit me back as soon as I hear him. I'm saying he a mentor to me. He's like I use Hov as a guide. You feel what I'm saying? Who everybody should. You know what I'm saying? I just use him as a guide, and I'm just happy that, you know what I mean, that he's active in the nigga careers because that's dope, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so is it more so like if you kind of reach a fork in the road or have stuck about something, he'll help you with
Exactly.
Is there anything recently that you went to Hov for? She's like, okay, I need OG advice right
Oh, yeah, definitely. I had a song with an album, and I needed to put a feature on there.
Yeah.
That's where Queen Niger ended up getting on there. So he pointed me in a direction, you know what I'm saying? I was kind of stuck on it. He came through and he helped me out with that.
Yeah, no, that's real. It's always great to use Hov as a resource, even down to the point where you got Young Guru mixing your album.
Exactly,
right?
you know what I'm saying? That's why I said the big homie, he's like a guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, certain synergy there, man, certain synergy. The Harry Fraud project, any truth to the rumors that could be on the way in the future?
No, it is on the way. See, everybody know, everybody getting like, because I haven't dropped all year.
Right.
So you only good as you know what I mean? You only good as your last body. So people like, yo, you may drop all year, but people forget I dropped 3 times last year.
Exactly.
And I would have dropped 3 times this year, but we wanted to find a good home for the Burden of Proof, and we wanted it to make sense. We wanted to catch this next level. We wanted to ascend with this next project, so we had to hold out for a while and put the pieces where they belong.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? I sat back. I don't feel like I sacrificed my year, but I feel like I invested my year into Burden of Proof, and you know what I'm saying?
So was there any like hesitation within yourself because you're used to having so much output? Did you feel like you might have been lazy this year?
Hell yeah,
Really?
Hell yeah. But I wrote 3 albums. Motherfucking plugs I met too, the Harry Fraud project. That's all done. Every sample clear, every feature is cleared. So it's like, you know what I mean? I definitely felt, because I see the fans was waiting, and that's one thing I don't like to do. I don't like to keep the fans waiting. Right. Now, the fans are thirsty for music, so 6 months is not waiting.
Right.
8 months is not waiting, but a year and a half, I made them wait. You know what I mean? I felt guilty for that, especially when I got dope ass music, dope ass projects. But you know what I'm saying? This is a business, and you got to acknowledge the business side of the music. And I think us, Griselda, Black Soprano, Rock Nation, I feel like we executed on putting this project where it needed to be.
It's funny, there's a lot of rumors with your work, almost like spoken, almost like folklore, like, Benny could be linking up with somebody, this is gonna happen. Right. So we can kind of debunk some of these myths that might be out there. Okay, so when you debuted 18 Wheeler, right, Pusha T's on the track.
Right.
But some sources tell me that it was originally titled Drug Dealers Anonymous 2 and had another verse on that record. Is that true?
Half true. It was called Drug Dealers Anonymous too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, but it was no other. Verse on it.
So the rumors of Hov being on that track is not necessarily true.
No. This what I want to know is like, how a person like me so early, I be getting all the Hov rumors. That's crazy.
I think it's the bars, right?
I think so too.
It's the bars.
I know what this man's paintbrush like.
Bro,
so it's like, but it's also dope that people have those expectations of me. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what people want to see and how they feel. And you know, when a big homie left, he left a hole in the game. You feel what I'm saying? And all these dudes feel like they filled it, but no, nobody came close. And I understand people feel like, I'm not trying to fill that hole, but I understand when people feel like I'm the closest to all, you know what I mean, to filling that space. I understand that.
I think it's like you cut from a similar cloth.
Exactly.
Like
that's what it is.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it really is.
Yeah, absolutely, because it's can only be one Jay-Z.
Exactly.
On Black TV earlier this year, you mentioned that you and Drake sent a record to one another. Any status updates on those records? Is it kind of just still in the vault?
Man, I don't know. He haven't put the track list out. Maybe I'm on his album, but I know he gave me a record. I still got the record. We just waiting for the right time to release it. You know what I'm saying? You know, one thing about me is I keep shit in the chamber. When I don't got nothing in the chamber, I feel vulnerable.
Right.
But yeah, just know that I got albums and I got shit in the chamber. When the time right, we letting off.
I would assume the Harry Fry project will come out first, and then probably somewhere after that, you can see the Drake verse. Okay.
Maybe, we never know.
Never know?
We never know. We might drop it in between. We never know.
At this point in your career, you're stepping into the executive role, right? More so from just being an artist, you got the Black Soprano Family label.
Right.
What made now the right time for you to put on that executive hat?
Just my influence in the offices, that I'm always there. I'm a workaholic. I'm always there, not to mention my team is always there. So I feel like a few people in these offices got to really break down and look at me and my team and see, okay, Benny got a team with him. Benny is moving very professional. If people don't know nothing about me and the Black Soprano family, is that we're a well-oiled machine. Right. You feel what I'm saying? And we getting better and better every day. And I could sit here and take all the credit, but it's a lot that goes on the Black Soprano family side that's responsible, you know what I'm saying, for the light that a lot of people see me in.
Yeah.
And I got other artists. Rick Hyde is dope. Rick Hyde is a producer. He's a lyricist. He's crazy. He give you that crazy street feel and a feeling that you can't go get nowhere else. And he talking that real grimy talk that the game been missing. And it's time for these dudes to get their just due. I be looking at seeing the guys who like on a level with them, like far as like followers and production and music, and they gonna surpass all of them. You know what I'm saying? Because these is real grinders and hustlers and people who've been around me for years.
Do you think the fact that you have been in the game for a minute? I heard a quote that you mentioned. You turned down a XXL cover because in your mind you're not necessarily a freshman. I kind of got where you were coming from. That makes sense. Do you think that longevity that you've had in the game kind of gives you that patience that you have now, where you look, like you mentioned with the artist, you're like, okay, he's kind of similar to this artist, just to kind of play the long game as opposed to people that want to come in and just go crazy immediately?
Definitely, because I tell people right now, what they see me as right now, I didn't get on the clock until 3 years ago. I've been doing music all my life, but I haven't been on the clock of rising only but 3 years. So it's a long game. It ain't about trying to catch a Drake feature 3 years ago when I don't got shit going on. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have things to back them type of things up. So, you know what I mean? Being patient and doing everything the long way worked out for me.
Was it ever frustrating at all when people perceive that like you, Gun, and Conway were like a group? Did that ever frustrate you at all?
No, it never frustrated me, but I always felt like I wanted to clear it up.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like me, I never complained about it because it worked out in my advantage. But, you know, coming around Griselda, you know, a lot of people wanted to the little brother me or little nigga me. They thought after Conway and West, you know, they was in a shady deal. And when people hear Benny, they see, oh, you know, that's my little cousin, you know what I'm saying? And they kind of like mistook that like I was like a hanger on her, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't bringing nothing to the table, you feel what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of people just dismiss me off of that, but you know what I'm saying? I proved myself and you know, I'm here today.
Burden of proof, when fans take this and digest it, what are you hoping that they take away from it? Especially fans that are just fans of your music already.
I'm hoping that they take away that I'm not just a rapper who just rapping about drugs when I get on these songs. And if I am speaking about drugs, I'm not glorifying it. I hope they can take away the positive advice that I'm giving, the game that I'm giving. I hope they take it for that, not just slick talk, drug talk. I hope they take the nutrients out of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it got other things in the music, but I hope they take the nutrients out the music because that's why I put it there for. You know what I'm saying? So somebody can learn something from it, so they can take something out of it.
Does that frustrate you when people just try to like gloss over it and just say you talk about one thing when there's so many other things in there?
Yeah. And for them type of people, I don't even pay them no attention because I know that they just trying to hate or say some crazy shit because if you listen to my music, you know that's not what I talk about. So, you know, those type of people just hearing what they want to hear so they can make them type of, you know what I'm saying, claims.
No, that makes sense. I mean, listen, one of the best bars you ever had is like fresh out of luck from here because I deserve to be. So,
exactly.
Benny Butcher, appreciate you stopping by with Complex News, my G. Burden of Proof, out October 16th. Appreciate you.
Hey, yo, this man he do his shit.
Hey, appreciate you, bro.
That was fire. He's the nigga right there.